Hello everybody, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I thought that it would be fun for us to go through some of my old sketchbooks. I was gonna do a sketching video, but I don't really feel like sketching today. But I thought that it would be fun if we went through all of these because I have a giant, enormous stack of old sketchbooks. I also have this folder of old, like, laminated artwork because I used to have it up on my wall. I guess first things first, let's go through the folder because it's more, it's a little bit more separate because, like, these are all still in them. These are all sketches that were taken out of these books and we laminated them. Most of these ones are for school, from like old middle school, high school art classes. That was my water. It fell over anyway. I have it on carpeting, so it's understandable, I suppose. Okay, so first we'll start with there's like some smaller ones, and then there's the more like the full page ones. So this was from an art assignment. It was what's it called? It's not like illusion art, or it's kind of like a mix of like optical illusions and like abstract art. I can't remember the name of it. It was basically when you take like different colored dots and you make up a shape or like a picture. That's what we did basically. This was March 16th, 2021. I was a sophomore in high school. This one was inspired by the album cover for the Chainsmokers. It was the song they did with 5 Seconds of Summer. Who Do You Love? No date. This was just a fun cow drawing I made and recolored it in. I remember I saw, actually, I don't think this was supposed to be a cow. I think it was a giraffe, actually. It was meant to be, at least. But it kind of came out like a cow. I don't remember. I saw a picture on Pinterest. I do remember that's why I drew this. And then my personal favorite of the smaller ones, at least. This was, I want to say, one of the first oil pastel things that I did. But I don't know. I like it. It turned out nice. No date. Single Pringle. Okay, now we'll move on to some of the bigger ones. There's a few like medium-sized ones, but most of them are like full pages. This was one I did on my own. A lot of these I found pictures online and drew them. Some of them I added my own kind of twist to them. Some of them I just did how I saw it. But this one, I drew kind of like a concept logo for Tesla and NASA partnership, basically. There's no date on this. I don't remember if SpaceX wasn't a thing yet or if I just didn't know about it yet. But it's ironic that I was like, hey, they should do something together. This one's funny. This was meant to be Zendaya, but it didn't really turn out that way. It's still nice, I think. This is just another oil pastel one I did for fun. I was just messing around one time. It's not bad, but like, it's not winning any awards. This one is interesting. I did see a picture of this, I'm pretty sure, but I loved drawing this one, and I think it turned out pretty good. Everyone who's ever seen it has had some compliments for it. I even did a TikTok a couple of years ago, and somebody said, like, I was just showing off some of these pictures, and somebody said, oh, you should do like an inverse of the human hand being in the water and the skeleton hand or arm being outside, so I did it. It didn't turn out as good. I think it's in one of the sketchbooks, maybe. This is December 27th, 2018. That's insane. I was in the 8th grade. This was for school. There's a pumpkin. Pumpkin! We had like a I'm pretty sure this was for my art class because I was also in an art club. There's a funny story for that. I'm pretty sure this was an actual assignment. It was like a fall, kind of like before break, I think. Did you take a fall break? I've been out of school too long. But yeah, this one was fun. I think, if I remember correctly, I'd just gotten new colored pencils. When I got this, they were like professional grade colored pencils. My mom got me them for Christmas. And I think this was the first or one of the first pictures that I drew with them. This one doesn't have a date, but I want to say this was around 2019, 2020. I think it explains itself. She does. I think this started as an art assignment. I remember we had to do like the basics, lips, eyes, nose, just that on the paper to see that we could, to show that we could do it. And I think either this was supposed to be a full face that I was doing for my art class, or I was just drawing it anyway and it turned out bad. But I remember I was trying to draw a face and it came out a little wonky, and my sister said it kind of looks like balloony. So we drew a little string and we made it balloony. This is undated, but this is a watercolor picture I did of the moon. It was fun to make, but it didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to. But the fun is all that matters, I guess. This was an art assignment. It was a surrealism art assignment. And I think we got to choose ourselves, I'm pretty sure. We got to pick something, and then we had to draw it, and I think there was like another part of the assignment that we had to do to like explain it or whatever. And this is what I did. I can't remember the story behind it, why I picked this. I loved it. I have these little watercolor like markers, basically. That's how I colored it in. And then because we had to scan it to put it on the computer so I could submit it, we had it on there anyway. So we printed out another one and we like majorly colored it in and stuff, and we made this one. It's like a funky, cool, kind of like an acid trip. May 19th, 2021 was the original date. Insane. This was a very fun one. We had to do a still life project. So we basically had to do a real picture and then the drawing. And so we set up in our kitchen, we turned all the lights off, and we got our giant spotlight and we shined it down on a certain section. And we set up this little green tray. This is a green plastic tray that we had. A saucer of a teacup that I have, fake bread, fake grapes, another teacup, teapot, 2 LED candles, and I don't even remember what books these were. I think they were like cookbooks or something. But it's really funny when you look at the actual picture that was used to make the drawing. This was March 12th, 2021. 2 paintings that I did for school. Well, at least one of them was for my assignment. I think I did the other one for fun because I still had the stuff. This was the one that was for the assignment. January 2nd, 2021. Just a mountain scene that I found online. I don't remember where it was from. This was one. This was another picture I found. It was like a lake and it had a pier or something. And so I was like, oh, I'll paint it. And don't ask me how I was so off about the size of like the pillar of the pier. It turned out way too big. I think my brush got away from me and I had to make it bigger to like fix it. And my mom always says, she always calls it the mallet picture because she thinks it looks like a giant mallet like breaking the ice of like a frozen lake. So I've never been able to look at it the same, but I still like it. One of my favorite like paintings, because it's not that I don't like painting, because I do, I like it. I just am very bad at it because I haven't, paint's so expensive and canvas is even more expensive. So I've just never had as much practice with painting as I have with other art forms. So I just don't do it enough. So I always say that I hate it, but that's not technically true. I just don't do it enough, and I think I'm bad at it. So when they turn out well, I really like them. And this was one of those. This was an assignment we did. I don't remember the basis of the assignment. I'm pretty sure I picked what I painted. Lemons. I don't know why. I think I just like it a lot. The brush strokes are nice to me. And of course there's things I'd like to change about it, but this was also in 2021, so I was a lot younger. There's just something about it. I think especially this lemon in particular, if the longer you look at it, the more, I don't know, I just like it. This was one I did for fun. It's of my girls. And then last but not least, No Date. This was one I just did for fun. I thought it was cool. I'd always love those pictures where, like, you know, part of it's colored or part of it's not, like black and white or something, or just the plain sketch. I've always wanted to do, I haven't yet, I have a giant sketch pad. I've always wanted to do like a really big picture, probably of like a person or something, do like a really big sketch and have like sticky notes on certain sections and like draw something else around, you know what I mean? Hold on. They're like this type. I don't know, and like this one, a lot of the time they're the same picture, it's just that like it's a different color paper, but sometimes it's different.
But sometimes
he would be gay. Oh, Harry Styles. I can't find an example, but sometimes they'll switch it out with something, or like I don't know, it'll just change the picture somehow. But I've always wanted to do one of those, and I just haven't yet. So that's all for the laminated ones. We will do the sketchbooks now. So I thought about going in like timeline order, but I don't remember exactly. So we're just gonna go by size order basically. So we're gonna go exactly how, oh boy, the stack is. So we're gonna go with this little guy first. And I'm pretty sure, I just went to my room recently because I was organizing my bookshelves. I'm pretty sure this is all of them because I kept finding some and I was like, oh, I think this is the last one. Then I found another one. I'm like, oh, okay, I have one more. I'm pretty sure this is all of them though. So without further ado, now a lot of these have like unfinished sketches. I left a lot of the ones that I did in the books, like these aren't all of the ones that are complete. I just kind of took the ones that I liked the most, if they were ever in here at all. But like I said, a lot of these were from school assignments. This one's sort of done, sort of not. Fun fact about me, I have a really big problem drawing eyelashes. So anytime I draw eyes, which I actually like to draw eyes a lot, I either don't add eyelashes or I wait and hold off and I'm like, oh, I'll do it later. This was one of those times. This isn't the first of this that I did. I think this was the second one. I saw a picture of it on Pinterest and I was like, hey, that'll be fun. And so I did it and I really liked the like rickety writing. So there is probably another one of them in here because I don't think that was the first one I did. I think the first one I did though did have eyelashes, so I actually think that was the only one that I kept in here that's finished, at least, because like the first one that's in here is this, but like it's not done. I actually don't even know where I was going with this. Oh. Ethan's live on Twitch. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, got distracted. This was my first sketchbook. I got this when I was maybe, gosh, I want to say like 12 or 13. Yeah, this was my first ever one. It's a lot thinner than it used to be because I've ripped so many pages out of here. Actually, ironically, this is the same one. Look at the size difference. Because this is the first ever one, because I was like 12 or 13, they're not great, okay? I just want to prepare everybody for that. They're not the best, and I know that, and I own that. And I feel as though I've gotten better. So they're not gonna be great, but it's a start. Actually, I actually kind of hate going through this one because they're really awful. Whatever. First, of course, Spider-Man. Headphones. Of course, what's the song? Just 5 Seconds of Summer. That's all you need. No specific song. Just any and all 5 Seconds of Summer. Alright. So, most of these don't have dates. I'm sorry. I think I start dating them at some point. Yeah, I do. But I looked ahead real quick. I also didn't sign them for a while, so we'll get to that. Pirate ship. I love pirates. That's one thing you should know about me. So of course I drew a pirate ship. I remember I was really big into drawing paper airplanes at the time. I don't know why, but it was cute. This little thing. They're not all like revolutionary. Of course, there's more Marvel. Can't speak. Of course, there's more Marvel ones. Really poorly drawn. I want to say that. Just awful. It's just awful. Oh, I forgot about this little guy. There's not much detail to him, but he's still cute. Oh, we started dating. It's August 10th, 2018. Best friends.
Friends?
No.
No thanks.
Best friends. September 11th, 2018. It was really awful, but what are those trees? What are we doing here? Gross. It's awful, actually. Oh, I love this guy. This is December 13th, 2018. These were all 2018. He's a jazzy dude. He's just hanging out. He's just happy to be here. Oh, classic. My mom and my sister always talk about how much they love this one. Not to brag. It was also the December 13th, 2018. Adorable. Oh, this one isn't finished, but this was gonna be really cool, and I never finished it. And maybe I will someday. I can't remember if this was from memory, or like if it was just something I thought of in my head, or if I saw a picture. If I saw a picture, I'm hoping I can find it somewhere so I can redo it. This is a really awful, kind of surrealism-ish thing. This was December 14th, 2018, only a day later. I don't know what we were thinking here. It's just really bad. I think the measurements are what make it bad, because, girl, it's not even round. That's not a light bulb shape at all. Awful. It's absolutely awful. That's what it is. I'm actually not gonna show that one. You actually don't get to see that one. It's really bad. December 27th, 2018. Filing cabinet. Oh, how deep, how thoughtful. This is memories, and then the one page says childhood. Wow. Because I'm losing my memories. Oh, this one's cute. Same day. Little girl in the rain. Oh, another deep. I'm so philosophical. Another deep one. Another deep cut. I don't know what to tell you. It's just always that girl, I guess. A giraffe. What's that? Penguin with really wonky eyes. Oh, I always liked this one. I wished the measurements could have been a little bit better, but if I ever decided to redraw it, I think I could do it. I think I could do it justice. Same date. This was this was meant to be Tinkerbell. Do not ask me why her lips are so thin, because I don't know. You know, it's not horrible, but I wouldn't show it to anybody. Well, another fun fact about me, I apparently am obsessed with drawing Pikachu because I've done it maybe 15 times. I'm not being dramatic. My sister alone has maybe 5 pictures of Pikachu that I've drawn her. I just love it. I don't know why. This was one of them. This was probably one of the first. Not bad. First. Hi. Okay. This is another one of those ones. It's like, it's not bad, but the measurements were off. Couldn't draw a circle to save my life. I also I don't know what the picture is meant to be, but because, like, are these waves? Are we in the ocean? Is the city being flooded? Should we escape? A sunflower. It's just a little sunflower. I drew a lot of sunflowers. I don't really know why I don't like sunflowers all that much. They're fine, but it's not my favorite. Actually, I guess this doesn't have to be a sunflower. It could be a daisy. Could have been meant to be a daisy. This is another classic in my family. Ariel. This and the Winnie the Pooh drawing are probably like the ones my mom talks about the most, of the older ones at least. I think there was meant to be more to this one, because nobody's being inspired by anything with this. Inspire. Ariel again. This one doesn't have a date or anything. I don't think it's finished, but I don't know. A lot of these aren't finished, or I don't think that they are. I can't remember. Again, not bad, not great. Something's off with that hair, and I'm not loving it. I love this one. I love this one so much. He's so cute. A lot of these are really faded too, and I think that was the pencils I was using. He's just adorable. Another deep cut here. She was so tortured. Once again, the man, the myth, the legend. My muse. Oh, okay, this is an interesting one. There's nothing to this because it isn't finished, but if I remember correctly, it was supposed to be a library, I'm pretty sure, in her, like, head, because that's why, like, the hair was so big. It was supposed to be like a picture in her brain, kind of like her happy place in her brain, but it was like a library or something. A classic. She was just so interesting. Did you ever look back? I think I'm just starting to reach the age now where I can look back and be like cringed out by myself. Get the ick from myself, if you will. Because like a lot of these I'm like, well, girl, what are you talking about? Like, music is life. You just like listening to music. Sometimes it's just performative is what it is. Like one of the ones that's like, I thought that sketch was gonna change the world. Nobody's looking at it. Nobody's looking at a 13-year-old girl's sketchbook and being like, should she be president? Simple enough. A lot of these don't have like interesting stories. Yoda! Baby Yoda! I'm pretty sure this is the only Yoda I've drawn. I don't think it was a Pikachu situation where I was drawing a bunch of them, but I do faintly remember making one green, so maybe there's another one out there somewhere. Another but not as good Winnie. Don't know who this was meant to be. Her eyes are a little wonky, but whose aren't? Oh. Oof. Very bad one, very bad one. Oh, okay. Another unfinished one. This was meant to have somebody's reflection in it. You know, like those broken glass or like the broken mirror pictures, and it has like a face in it. I was gonna do one of those, but I didn't feel like drawing the face, I guess. Oh, this was gonna be a really cool dragon because I like dragons, and I'd never really drawn one, and this was gonna be the first, and I didn't finish it. Of course, I didn't finish it. in 2020. Big old signature on the back. Who signs it before they finish it? What's wrong with her? Some kind of snake one I was gonna do. I don't know what this was meant to be. That's it. Moving on. There's so much paper on the ground. Next is the second sketchbook that I got, which was like the replacement of this one. I think we found the first of the Help Me eyeball picture. This was the first one. This is when I discovered that I love doing those like kissy face eyeball pictures. This is not the first or the last one that I did. I love it. It's so cool. This is one I did with pen for whatever reason. It's whatever. Kind of looks like a tree person, like Groot, a little bit. You know, like adult Groot. The head of it kind of looks like Groot. Another eyeball. Horrible eyelashes. The start of another. This is a picture I made for Liam Payne. It was all of his tattoos. I think it turned out nice. It was fun to draw, all things considered. I like the like collage-y kind of pictures. I don't do this enough, but that was good. Then I did another one because I found the other one to be really fun to do. So I did one. It's just like a whatever random doodles. I'll do another. We have another moon. I think that's where this one ends. It is. Okay. This is a sketchbook I bought at Five Below. It was like a kit, actually. It came with some pencils and whatnot. And I bought it because it reminded me of something from Anne of Green Gables. I love the show Anne of Eve, and it reminded me of something that she would have, so I bought it. The first thing I did was this thing. This weird whatever. It was just like lines and then you fill it in. And I worked at my local library at the time, and I brought the sketchbook into work with me, and I was working on this because it was slow. And my boss came in and we were talking, and she saw it. I put it on like the chair that I was sitting on, and she saw it and she was like, "Oh, I love that. That's so cool." And I was like, "Oh, it's fine, you know, whatever." And she was like obsessed with it, and she was like, "You should do a mural somewhere." And like, I can't remember where she wanted me to do it, somewhere on the building. And I was like, "Oh yeah?" And I never did, but I did hold an art class there once. It was a fun like starry night like thing I did. But I don't do a lot with colored pencils because I just don't like them as much. I feel like I have nice colored pencils, like studio grade or whatever. I've never liked them. They don't work the same to me, like as a pencil. The shading is just never the same. Maybe it's the way that I use them, maybe it's just me, but I never liked it the same. So I hardly ever use colored pencils. So I like doing stuff like this because, I don't know, it's just different from things that I usually do. And this one didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to. It was supposed to be Sabrina Carpenter. It's not bad, but it's not Sabrina. It's not great either. This one, I was sketching and I was watching the Broski Report, and I was like, "Oh, I should draw Brittany Broski." Like, I did and I didn't at the same, you know. I do think that is the last one for this book though. Now these are all sketchbooks that I got from my brother. He, I guess, had a bunch of them from, I don't know why he had them, but he was going through his room one day and he was cleaning out a bunch of stuff, and he told my mom to give these to me because he knows I like to draw. He was like, "Well, I'm not using them, so you should have them." These take up most of my sketchbook space, so thank you. I use them differently. Like, it's not, I don't know if anybody will get this. Maybe it's just a me thing. Maybe it's kind of like an art thing. If you have multiple sketchbooks, like you can't just pick one up and draw something. To me, like I use different sketchbooks for different things, if that makes sense. Like it depends on what, I don't even have to know what I'm drawing, but I'm like, if I have an idea in my head, a certain drawing that I want to do, I'm like, oh, this sketchbook would be perfect. Or like I wouldn't draw something like that in this sketchbook. It's kind of one of those things. I also don't know if I love or hate these pages. They're different from the other sketchbook pages, like the black books. I think I like them more because the other ones always kind of irritated me. It's like these ones are almost like waxier, if that makes sense. And drawing wise, you can tell a difference drawing wise, but mostly you can tell a difference when you erase something. Like for instance, the first book that we had, like the first sketchbook, the pages are so, I just want to describe them as cottony. I don't know if that makes any sense, but they're so like flaky almost, like you can feel it. They're textured. These ones are smoother in this book, and so like it makes shading easier because it just rubs differently in the page, and when you go to erase something, I feel like it doesn't hold on to it as much as these pages do. So I do kind of enjoy using these books more because I think overall it gives you a better result. Thank you for coming to my TikTok. Okay, I'm flipping through this one. I ironically said, I think I use this one the most. I haven't used it once. These pages are blank. I'm living a lie. The first thing I ever drew in this book was a picture of the Grinch. I made a TikTok about making this drawing. I drew it on, I ironically, like right over there, drew it on the floor. Don't ask me why I was sitting on the floor. But it was it was so funny. It was nighttime, and I was like, oh, I'll film a art video. So I was was sitting on the floor, and I was like, oh well, it's nighttime, and I didn't want the big light on, so I was like, oh, I'll use my lamp. But I didn't feel like you could see too well. I think I had a different lamp at the time, so you couldn't really see it too well from the floor, like on camera at least. So I moved my lamp down to the floor, and if you can't see it in the video, I have a picture of it. This is one I actually did recently, just like a month or two ago, maybe in October. It would make sense, because I rewatched Corpse Bride over October, so I drew this. I looked up like Tim Burton facial features on Pinterest. This sketchbook has been torn to shreds, not by me. She still works the same. I think I did some cool ones in this one, if I remember correctly. This one, kind of like star freckles. I love this one. Funny story about this one too. I posted a picture of this sketch on my Pinterest, and somebody commented, terrible. I laugh at that so much. I don't know why it's so funny to me, just because they couldn't say anything else. It was just terrible. Thanks. I don't care that you think it's bad, because I like it. I like it. I think the drawing itself is fine, but I think what I liked the most was the shading. I think that was probably one of the best shading techniques that I've done. Don't ask me why her head is so elongated, but I don't know. I really don't know. She's cute though. Her freckles. Oh my goodness, I love this picture.
Oh my goodness, I love this question!
Ironically, I drew this before I cut my hair, and if styled properly, it ironically kind of looks like it. Like I didn't have this hair cut at the time, but tell me I didn't manifest that. Okay. I didn't finish this one because I was worried I was gonna mess it up when I drew the face, so I just kind of left it because I liked the hair. I look at it now and I'm like, eh. but at the time I was like, this is great. It was supposed to be Eddie. Love you. This is another one that I love, love, love. I think it turned out really well. I just love it. I don't know. And you know what's funny? When I draw something and it turns out really well, I kind of want to just do it again. I'm like, oh, well, if I did it once, I can do it again. That's not how life works, but I don't know. Part of me was like, oh, I should do more. Let the one be. It's good. Just leave it at that. Okay, this one's okay. It's another oil pastel one. I really wanted to learn how to do oil pastels, so I tried and tried again. I think I'm okay with it. I don't think it's bad. I think it's okay. I think I'll let it speak for itself. Like, it's not bad. It's just, I don't know. There's something off about it, I think. I think the eyebrows are fine. Maybe it's the eyes. I think it's because, like, one's obviously lower than the other. Oh, it's just not good. Case in point about the it turned out well one time, I'll try it again. I tried another picture like this. Maybe that'll be like my thing. Maybe that'll be my style. It's pictures of people without faces, basically. There's this groovy little line art. Oh, and I did another one, but I started drawing it. That actually looks really cool. And that does it for this one. Another pumpkin. Pumpkin.
Pumpkin!
Of course. I'll never do anything without incorporating her in some way. Very Twilighty. It's not perfect, but those trees are better than the other ones. And that's the last one. That brings us to the end of this video. If you like it, leave a like, drop a comment. Let me know if you guys want a sketching video. I think that would be fun. Kind of like a draw and yap kind of thing. Maybe we'll try some cool art styles that I've never done, or ones that I'm a little bit intimidated by, and maybe we'll do them for a video. Learn them together. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Love you.